Yo, what's up guys, new Siege video, and it's been quite a while that I made a Siege video. Been too busy on other videos, mostly. Been doing some more RTA videos. Let me actually know in the comments, would you rather see some more Siege, some more RTA, some more other stuff, anything like that? Just curious what you guys like to see. So, in this Siege, it's actually a Siege of a few days back. I'm not entirely sure which one, but we played against Aftermath EU, and this was one of those Sieges that was a bit more tryhard, going a bit more for comps that are safer and that kind of stuff. So in this case, we're looking at a comp that can take quite a while because of the threat state. You have to hit the unit and you cannot hard counter Gelnir, whereas you normally hard counter Gelnir by hitting the unit that you want to hit only when Gelnir has 0 stacks. So that does take quite some time, but on the other hand, what you can do is actually do the S3 from Bolvrik on Gelnir every time. That doesn't trigger Gelnir, if I'm not mistaken. So with that, you can actually clear it. Issue is that this clip is about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna speed you guys way through it. Actually, the annoying thing is I have 100 res on my Bolvrik. Actually, the whole team except for the Windy is 100 res. And this Manon was provoked, or was doing the armor break quite a few times. So this took a little bit of time. I took quite some destroyed HP because of mainly armor break, I guess. But as you can see, Gelnir HP is 0 right now, and at some point you just clear it, then there's no more healing, and then you actually manage to clear it. But it still takes fucking forever. So yeah, that is what tryhard Siege looked like. Either you bruiser and it takes a fucking hour, or you cleave. And in that case, it was a bruiser. In this case, it's a cleave. I also have been Lucianing quite a bit more. This was against the other guild. I actually don't really exactly remember what the other guild was that we were against. But yeah, that's... wait, still have to speed up. Don't need it for this team fast enough. Same for this team. In this case, you could say like, okay, this could be risky because what if Tianlang cuts, but this is a CP that's pretty much as fast as the Tiana. And also keep in mind, CP is not the main damage dealer. CP is mainly there for some fluff damage, and Tiana is the damage dealer. It works. Then going in for a next team, typical things with Theomars. If there's a Theomars, you just counter it simply by the Feng Yang and Leo. And I like Alaya. I still see a lot of people actually use Briley still, even when they have Alaya. When you have Alaya, use this team with Alaya. Like, for sure, do that, because it's just so much better. This fight was actually pretty weird, mainly because I thought like, okay, just kill the Theomars and I'm good to go, right? But there were actually so many heals that Theomars was that full on HP all the time. And I actually started doing more damage from being provoked on the Nora rather than on the Theomars. Because that shield is... like, if your Molly has a lot of HP, that shield is insane. So in this case, it was actually pretty funny. Like, you will see in a second. At some point, I'm like... I keep tumbling damage into the Theomars. And I'm like, okay, Theomars... has Endure right now, I can kill it on the next hit. No biggie, no issues. Pretty easy going. Another heal, but destroyed HP, so shouldn't be too much. Another procky on that one, another provoke on that one, means I cannot kill it again. Okay. We can deal with that, not a big issue, So, we should kill it over there, don't kill it. Another shield. Shield is still with a lot of HP, because that's based on the HP of the Mali, of course. I'm like, okay, then we just take another turn to do some damage. But if it then procs, it's actually has passive back again. Because I don't even proc the passive. Because my Leo in this state is actually pretty weak. It's mainly there for fluff damage. We got a procer over there. And I'm like, yo, I'm literally doing more damage on that freaking Nora than I'm doing on that stupid ass Theomars. And the Nora dies before. Like, that was not planned, but okay, I guess that works-ish. Something. That shield is a lot of shields, man. Holy shit. But yeah, in the end, it does work. But that was a pretty funny one, not gonna lie. Yeah, but in the end, we succeed. Like, I'll speed this up. Whoops. I'll speed this up a little bit, because, you know, when there's just 2 units left, it is pretty easy going, and we have the win, and we can move on to the next. A Ayunu with a Beta and a Kinky is a defense I haven't really seen all too much, but it is pretty weak to just slowly killing it with additional damage, I would say. As long as you don't kill the Ayunu, Ayunu doesn't get the S3 passive up. And the S3, like the passive is what makes him do a lot of damage. If you can just sustain through Ayunu and Kinky for a long time by killing the beta, in this case with additional damage, and destroy, of course, it's pretty easy. But it's one of those fights. Once again, it takes a little bit of time. The commune is not on crit rate, it's actually speed, HP. HP in this case with additional damage from speed and HP. The Windy, same thing, just additional damages. And you just kill the beta until you're done with the beta. And afterwards, you start killing the Ayunu. And then you kill the Kinky, and then you're pretty much good to go. That's just, it's like, that's the thing with Tryhard Siege. Like, if you Tryhard Siege, it's either like a cleave with the Lucian, if the comp allows you to, or you just slow clear it with something like this. And there's, I feel like pretty much barely any in-betweeners on that. It's stupid ass slow teams, but hey, if they work, right? So the next one, this one is actually pretty 5-hat. I'm not entirely sure who of the guild came up with this, but this was a defense from Aftermath EU, and this is a defense that's very easy to underestimate, because you feel like, chilling doesn't do that much, but chilling can actually do quite a lot on you, like in general. It doesn't have any form of sustain, and that allows this team to be possible. So this is actually a free-to-play or a close to free-to-play team, which more people should run. But you have to keep in mind, you can only run this against enemies that have 0 sustain, because you're just slowly chipping damage. You have a res lead, so it's very easy to get max res on your whole team. It's very easy to get tanky, and the moment something starts critting on the Jilton actually does a good amount of damage for just getting crit on. So, and because they have crit buff, it's actually more likely to get crit on. And as you guys can see, these units do like near to no damage on this whole team. Like look at that Carcano damage. Like, these are Aftermath EU runes. They have good runes. That Carcano did, like, it tickled. It literally did nothing. It's just, yeah, this team is very, very solid. You just have to keep in mind, you have to rune it good with enough, like, not just only HP stats, but also defensive stats, max resistance, that kind of Gucci stuff. But this is a very solid offense. It's kind of boring once you get to use it like a bunch of times, but for the first time you're like, yo, I'm cheating, man. This is some cheat offense. This is just easy, smooth sailing. I think that thing is just killing itself. That's literally what it does. Next hit against a Valeria, which is a unit you don't see too much, and a Grogan, which you see from time to time, but also not too much, I would say. But yeah, Oblivion, because of Oblivion, the passive ain't there. Ayuno is also still pretty good unit. I feel like Ayuno's used a lot in like lower G3, G1, G2, that kind of stuff. I could be wrong in that. So I thought I would kill it there, but that Valeria is actually pretty tanky. And that's the only way you should actually build her. And that's an unfortunate stun, but that is okay. I thought like, okay, let's just kill it. But I actually needed that proc to kill it. I was like, okay, happy with that proc, I guess. So now we're doing a 2 against 2, but in most cases, Carcano and Triana, they do pretty well together, I would say. I would also like, looking at this team again, I would say that maybe the unit I used in the middle, the Riot, what's his name? Riot? I think so. Weird name. But I think it could be better placed for something else. Maybe an Alicia, maybe Alicia would be nice. Did I say Alicia? I mean Alicia. Vigor is a decent option. No, Vigor actually not. Alicia, yeah, Alicia could work, but you're gonna get like hella focused by that Ayuno, which is somewhat worse. So, but in the end, it did work out. And then back with my typical team, my very much free-to-play team, which I always like to use. This team is actually showcasing, or it was showcasing, my highest win rate, because if you go to your the selection of like how many monsters everyone has left, if you click on your own monster, like the number, it will show which is your best working offense in current season. This one was actually my highest working offense in current season for quite a while, and I thought it did lose from time to time, but apparently it didn't. But at some point it was overtaken by the Nigong Amber team, because, or not Nigong, Nefty's Amber team. The Nefty's Amber team, I think, never lost me so far. Also, like, I use it pretty much, I use it every siege, and I use it twice every guild battle, and it's still never lost. So that team is just super solid. Like, if you draft it against the right team that you outspeed, you're good to go. This was actually a very fast Tian Lang, because that Tian Lang did outspeed my Lima, and this Lima in this case was on a pretty fast build. So I was like, okay, that's... could be a thing, could be a thing. Maybe it was a Swift Tian Lang to counter the Tiana team that I used against the first Tian Lang. However, I don't think it actually does counter it, because Tiana boosts for 15, Tian Lang boosts for 15 as well, if I'm not mistaken. So normally Tiana, of course, boosts 30, but 15 with the Tian Lang. You got a speed lead. So you have to have a very fast Swift set to outspeed other Swift units on speed lead. So only if someone mistakes their CP for making a very slow CP, that is probably the only way that you can actually outplay it with a Swift Tian Lang. But in the end, I guess it is possible. I guess it's a decent trap, but I don't think it will happen all too often. And this was actually a backline defense when the siege was pretty much already over. This was one of those defense, I say, like, someone really wanted to use its LD5 on defense, but this is... I could see the two units on the left and middle work, but next to a Shizuka, it doesn't do anything. Like, you need some form of sustain to actually make anything happen, because, well, as you can see, Halfast plus Juno Riley, they're literally never going to lose this. Like, you could literally put this on auto, walk away, walk back in a few seconds, because the only reason that he could actually win is if he brings down Halfast to, like, 60% HP, drops 3 bombs at it, and then explodes it and don't go below 50% before he does that. That's, I guess, the only way to get close to winning. But besides that, there's also no sustain, so I didn't even need Destroy on this team. Because I could, like, let's say there would be sustain on the Shizuka side or something. I just put Destroy on Juno and you're already good to go. So, yeah, this is one of those teams. Creative, but not that great. So yeah, that was also already the final hit for this siege. So once again, let me know if you want me to do more siege content. I don't record all of my sieges. At some point it gets, for me, kind of repetitive. Like, I'm using the Trackle Windy Lulu, I'm using the Neftis team, I'm using the Songchang Lao team, I'm Lucianing quite some these days. I haven't showed too much of Lucian content, but yeah, then again, if you Lucian is just like boost, kill, okay, next. So let me know if you guys want to see more Siege content, you're still interested in that. We're going towards the Siege Tournament. Siege Tournament, I'll definitely be showcasing all of the Sieges that I do. Let me know if you want to see more Siege content. So guys, thanks for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and see you in the next one.